Hey you guys, this is Nikki Hall with Ebby Holiday. I'm coming to you today with our lender, Trey Belmore. How
Hi.
you doing today?
Good. I'm
Good.
Trey Belmore with the Lending Partners.
Good. We wanted to do a Q&A questionnaire. That way some of you guys have been asking me basically questions about how the process started, some information. So I wanted to bring to you today a lender that I work with that's awesome dude, first of all, that can get the job done. So just going to come and ask a couple of questions. And then please comment below and let us know if you have questions and we can get you connected. All right? Let's get started.
Let's do it.
So Trey, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in the Dallas area, went to school here.
Okay.
Then went to OU, University of Oklahoma.
Whoop, whoop.
Boomer Sooner. So I'm a big Sooners fan, big Cowboys fan. Then as far as being in the business, what, Cowboys?
No.
Well, then I got into the business in 2013.
Okay.
So I've been in the business for a little over 6 years. Started with Prime Lending. Then I've been with the Lending Partners for just over 3 years now.
Great. Perfect. All right. So let's get started. So why do you think that you should talk to a lender first?
So a couple of reasons. Big one is you just want to position yourself as a buyer to be as prepared as possible when going to buy a home. Excuse me. And the biggest thing is if you go to talk with any seller, a seller's not even going to entertain your offer unless you spoke with a lender.
Right.
And you know that.
Right.
So that's the big thing is if you're not pre-qualified, you want to talk to a lender first because I'll actually give you a pre-qualification letter. And that's what you and Nikki are going to take so that when you're looking at homes, you can show the seller, I've gotten pre-qualified, I'm a serious buyer. But more than that, also you want to be prepared because there are certain costs that are involved when you submit an offer. As you know, you have an inspection, you have the option fee. So what you don't want to happen is you get into a transaction that maybe you saw your neighbors was selling a house and you just on the fly put an offer on. You pay some money out of pocket, then you find out once you talk to a lender that maybe there's a couple items that you need to take care of before you can qualify. Now you're out of pocket, and you're just not positioning yourself best to optimize your offer and then also keep money in your pocket.
Okay, let's piggyback on that question again.
Okay.
So tell the difference on if every house, are they all qualified for your typical FHA buyers?
So a single family home, typically they will be. Condo is a whole different arena. So
okay.
Single family home, most will be qualified. The only thing is FHA is going to be a little bit more stringent, more strict on the actual quality of the home, meaning the state of it. So they're a little pickier on easements to the property. You have to have certain areas between the dirt and the foundation. There's certain window requirements, so FHA doesn't like windows that are past a certain date. Lead-based paint, they don't like lead-based paint. So there's certain items on FHA that make it a little bit more stringent, but more or less they're still qualified just like a conventional loan.
Okay, awesome. Okay, what does average person credit score need to be to qualify with the lending partner?
So that's we have a bunch of different loan programs depending on credit scores. Okay. We can go as low as 580 on an FHA.
580.
Loan.
Did y'all hear that?
Yes, 580.
Okay.
Typically 640 is going to be the requirement, but we just released a program that 580 can go all the way down to that.
Okay.
Your standard conventional loan is going to be 620. That still stays the same, but we can go all the way down to 580, which has been huge. It's helped a lot of clients that otherwise couldn't have qualified.
And that is your middle score, correct?
Middle score, yep. They pull from all three, then use the middle score.
Okay. And tell me more about the iQualify loan program.
Yeah, so that's an exciting program that we have. We've had it for about a year now. Okay. And basically, it allows someone to, once they talk with me and I review credit, income, and assets, I'll actually collect all the supporting documents, so tax returns, pay stubs, all that good stuff. And we'll actually take the loan and submit it to our underwriting center. And the underwriting center is the one that actually gives like the final stamp of approval. So the buyers will get a final stamp of approval, and so that does really two things for them. One, they can close quicker. They can close in as little as 14 days.
14 days,
which is huge. We've won many deals for buyers just on that fact alone. But secondly, you can eliminate any sort of contingency for financing. So that means your offer is not contingent on you getting financing through a lender. You've already obtained that. So it makes your offer look stronger, and it makes you look like a more serious buyer to a seller.
You guys, that's a great actually qualification that this lender can provide, actually doing the paperwork up front so we don't have to worry about that. We can just actually go find you the home. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and it costs them nothing to do, so it's really a no-brainer. Zero.
Awesome. All right. Okay. So give or take, what's the current rates going for right now?
Yeah, so the rates in November, they were kind of creeping up. In November, we saw probably a 5-year high.
Okay.
But since November of 2018, we've seen them slowly creep back down. The Fed met last week, which resulted in rates falling even further.
Okay.
And as of last Friday, we saw the second lowest rates we have in a year. So the lowest rate was a week before that. So they're still very low on a conventional loan, 4.375 to 4.5, depending on credit qualifications.
Okay, great. So tell us more about your new program of second option program.
So second opinion program is a something that we rolled out that allows someone that is already pre-qualified to essentially get a second opinion through the lending partners, and what you get is a $100 gift card to Target. That's regardless if you go with me or not. Whether just for having the conversation.
Wait. Back that up.
Yeah.
You say it again?
Regardless if you go with the lending partners or not, we will send you a $100 gift card to Target. And who doesn't like Target? I know you do.
I do. Yeah. That popcorn is amazing when you go in.
Yeah, so the second opinion, all you have to do is contact me. We take a loan application. You send me a pre-qualification or a fee worksheet from the other lender. Then I can provide you with obviously a second opinion rate, but also that $100 gift card will be fulfilled. So my goal is to make sure that you're getting the best offer possible, and also get you some of that good popcorn from Target.
All right, awesome. And I often tell people about the Bridge program, but as a realtor, I'm a little bit confused. So tell me more about it so I can let my people know.
Yeah, so Bridge Loan, that's something very unique to the lending partners. Really haven't seen any other lender that will offer it the same way that we do. The Bridge is for someone that has a home that they need to sell before they purchase the new home. So all their equity is in their current home. And what the Bridge Loan allows you is to basically allow you to access that equity before you sell to serve as the down payment on the new home. So it's like a short-term loan on your current home for the down payment on the new home. So you can buy your new home while you still own your current home. You can put an offer with the seller with no contingency. Yeah, as you know, those are hard to get accepted whenever it's contingent on the sale of a home. So if you get pre-qualified on the Bridge Loan and we go through all of the qualifications, then whenever you're with Nikki, you can basically put an offer on a new home with no contingency. The seller doesn't have to even know that you're going to sell your current home because it's not a concern for the seller.
Now, is there a different rate by doing that as well?
Not on the first mortgage. First mortgage, there's not a different rate. The Bridge Loan itself is a 6-month interest-only loan.
Okay.
The rate is a little bit higher on that, but the whole idea would be to pay that off quickly. As soon as your current home sells, that gets paid off. So the only thing that you're left with is just that first mortgage on the new home.
Awesome.
So that's been a great program for maybe even a plan B. Plan A is to sell your home, but you get qualified for the Bridge Loan as a plan B so that if it doesn't sell, you have that in place to secure the new home.
And you can just go ahead and live in your new home while that sells.
Yeah,
let your agent like me do the work. Awesome. Okay. Government shutdown. I've been getting a lot of pushback from people right now, even though we're out of the government shutdown right now, possibly going back, not sure. Tell me, how does that affect a buyer? And if so, how?
It hasn't affected our buyers at all. So the biggest thing is people think that we can't get IRS transcripts, which they've still, some workers for the government that were furloughed, they've replenished some of those so that they can fulfill the IRS transcripts, so we haven't had any issues there. The only thing that I would allow more time for is if you're self-employed and we have to obtain transcripts, then we will ask for extra time to get those because we have had some delay on that. But just your standard W-2 employee, we've had no delays as far as that goes. The only other sort of delay is if you actually are a government employee, like you work for the government. Before, that was putting a halt on the mortgage process because we couldn't verify employment. They weren't getting pay stubs. But Fannie Mae recognized that, and they actually released a program as of mid-January that basically helped those employees out. So the rule until the government shutdown was over is they just needed 2 months of reserves, and that's kind of to just mitigate the risk because they're not working right now. and then they waived the verification of employment. So
Oh,
essentially, if you're a government employee, you can still get a mortgage even though you're currently furloughed.
so don't be scared, you guys.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. All right. If a person is not qualified quite yet, do you work with a credit repair person to get them connected?
Yeah, I'll do that. So any client I get, I'll fully review their credit report. And if they're not quite where they need to be, whether it's the 580 or 620 for conventional, I can review it myself to see what can be done. But I'm not a credit expert, so what I will do is, if there are items that I think could be helped by a credit expert, I'll actually refer them out and get them on a good plan so that, maybe they're 6 months out and they need to bring their score up 20 points. We'll get them on the best track possible to get to that credit score by the 6 month period.
Okay.
So yeah, I have a couple that we work with and have had great success with getting them to the credit scores that we need.
And you said you're not a credit person, which we know.
No.
We all wear our certain hats. I'm not a lender. I'll send them this way.
Yep.
But you guys have, make sure I'm understanding correctly, you have a what if scenario, correct? So
Right.
what if I paid off this credit card, then or I pay it down,
Correct.
then your score would jump X amount of zero,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
so
we can do that.
So that's why it's important to go through you guys first to see if you qualify before going to a credit repair person.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, definitely go to us first because I can do my review, and then if there are items that are outside my jurisdiction, so to speak, collections, certain things that I can't take care of, then the credit expert can, write letters to delete accounts, can settle it if you think it's false. So there's certain items that they can do better than I can. But yeah, definitely I'm the first person and I can do that full review for that client.
So it goes back to our first question that we asked is why do you talk to a lender first? And that's the reason why. There's all different scenarios that you can get into. So definitely talk to me so I can get you connected to the right person to get you qualified. Is there anything else that we're missing for them?
No, I would just say that to piggyback on what you're saying is it's important to talk to a lender because my goal is to make sure that we're doing as much due diligence up front, getting them completely prepared for the home buying process so that once they are with you and find the perfect home, everything's super smooth. There's no delays. We close quickly. Everyone has peace of mind. So that's my goal from the very beginning.
Right. So you guys, if you are in the market looking for the home, whether it's now, 3 months down the line, please get in contact with me. My information will be below. Also, Trey information will be below. So check and we'll get to you. You guys have a great day. Thank you.